Welcome to MBL Garage Talks. Today we're going to talk about the first bike. First bike, best decision or biggest mistake? We're here with Steven. Hey Steven, what was your first bike?
My first bike was a 1980 CB 750 Honda.
It was?
It was.
Everyone had their first bike, but not everyone made the right choice. Today we're here with Steven. We're going to hear a little bit about his first bike, his choice. Hey Steven, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
What can I tell you? Semi-retired, enjoying life, have grandkids, a loving wife, and everything's good.
What was your first bike?
My first bike was a Honda CB 750 1980.
What did you like about it?
Well, I just started riding, and I got a good deal on that bike, and I was always told, and I'm still a firm believer, when you start riding, do not get anything over a 750cc.
So, was it actually budget decision or more like, that's the bike you wanted?
Well, I sort of fell into motorcycling, and I was 40 years old. It was in 2000, and I ended up on someone's bike, and I was very stressed out at the time, and that was a big stress reliever. And this bike kind of came up. I wasn't even looking to buy a bike at that time. It came up, the opportunity was there, and I grabbed it. So that's how I ended up with it. Rode it for a year, maybe 2 years. Really loved it. Hooked me into motorcycling, and that was it. The rest is history, as they say.
How old are you now that you got it when you were 40?
How old do you think I am?
50 something?
Believe it or not, I'm 60. Gonna be 67.
67?
Yeah.
Hey Steve, looking back, was that the right choice?
Well, it ended up, in hindsight, being a great choice. It was not a light bike, but being a 1980, but it had a lot of power, but not crazy power. So for me, looking back, I think it was a great choice. And yeah, it was a great learning bike for me.
Did you have a moment when you thought that it's a bad bike?
Nope. You know what? All kidding aside, it was very dependable, reliable. It was an older bike. It had all the chrome fenders on it, and old school style. No plastic or anything. I loved the bike, but I wanted to bump up size, so that's why I sold it at that time. But the bike was very bulletproof. Everyone that I talked to, that bike is amazing. It's they don't break down, and I experienced that.
Well, just to share, my first bike was a scooter called Peugeot Squab. It was 50cc.
Right.
My grandpa bought it for me. I did a lot with this little scooter. Then I grew up a little bit. My mom bought me CX500 Honda. It was an amazing bike. The block exploded on me in the middle of the road at some point. Thank God it didn't take off my leg, but that's a true story.
No kidding.
Yeah, I called my mom back then. She came to pick me up. Eventually, I ended up selling it, for parts. But yeah, first bike is like first love. It's something you'll never forget.
Of course. It was a great bike.
Wait,
Yeah.
the block exploded on you?
Yeah.
Like the battery when you were riding?
No, the engine block.
So I was gonna ask, did you have oil in the bike? What
yes.
caused it to?
I don't know till today. But the block liner cracked and the piston went out. It almost took off my leg.
So catastrophic.
It is, yes. I think today most of the bikers are choosing a wrong first bike. What do you think?
I've seen many different circumstances. You're 100% right. I've seen people starting off motorcycling way oversized, overpowered, and you can get into trouble real quickly under these circumstances. So, um, just to tell you, and it wasn't the first time I've been on a motorcycle when I got my 750. I have ridden bikes before, but not really knowing what I was doing. I would get on someone's bike, I'd boot it up and down the street, a few times, and that was the extent of it. So it's not like I've never been on a bike. I have, but I didn't really start to learn until I got my license in 2000 and got my 750, and then that's where I got the experience.
Do you miss that bike?
You know what? In many ways, it was a beautiful bike. It was retro.
First
And
love.
first love, exactly. And I don't get too attached to anything materialistic, but yes, it was a great bike. And every bike after I've owned, I've loved at the time, but I've just, I sort of love it, take lots of pictures, and move on to my next baby.
If someone is buying their first bike today, what would you recommend?
Well, basically, I already said I wouldn't go more than a 750cc. Um, you know, you just don't want to have something with so much power, crotch rockets. A lot of young people hop on them. They're light, they're extremely powerful, and without experience, it's a bad combination. I say myself, if I started riding when I was 16, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you because I think I'd be a crazy guy on the bike. Started at 40, as said, and had a little bit more maturity, not much, a little bit more maturity, and a lot more driving experience.
Yeah.
So for me, it worked out well.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm. And I had a shirt on. I was gonna bring it,
Yeah.
but I screwed up because it said, what's it say? Only cool grandfathers ride motorcycles.
You really screwed it up. You should.
I should have brought. I had it on the chair, but then I rushed out to come here. It's okay.
In the previous episode, we were talking about riding with kids. Would you let your kid ride on your bike?
Well, again, I was 40 when I started legitimately riding, and
Yeah.
at that time, I have two daughters, and yes, I took them on the bike, and I feel confident enough that they'll be safe on my bikes. So yes, when I first started riding, no, but once I got much better at it, yes, I did take them on the bike.
Okay, that's really good.
Yep. When it comes to my two grandsons, they're still very young. They're around 6 years old. One is almost 6.
Old enough to ride, if you ask me.
Yeah, hey, you know what? One of them is insane on his bicycle. He goes to the tracks. He's been on a two-wheeler without training wheels since probably 4 years old. You should see what he does. So put power behind him, he'd probably be amazing.
Bring him over. We have some choppers.
But that's up to his mommy and daddy. I don't get involved in his mommy and daddy's decisions. And I would take him on the bike if small rides, if their mom and dad are okay with that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What would you wish someone tell you before you were starting to ride?
Good question. Well, I learned more or less from experience. There's old expressions, ride like you're invisible because you are too many people. So, that's one of the major things. I taught that to my daughters when they started driving their cars. I said, just pretend every person on the road is an idiot trying to kill you. And if you have that attitude and you're prepared on a full-time basis, that'll help you survive. So, you just got to really be vigilant and have your eyes everywhere.
So my dad, my old man, used to say a sentence that I'm carrying until today,
Mhm.
and I taught Lenny.
Uh-huh. There was one. It's like when life gets you down, remember it is one down, the rest it up. That's for like the gears of the bike. And it
That's
was
right.
one you'd rather.
You rather lose a moment in your life than your life in a moment.
Yeah, that's the
I
one.
have
And
not heard that. That's a great expression.
yeah, so this is the sentence I was referring to. My dad used to tell me since we were very young,
Hmm.
you rather lose a moment in your life than your life in a moment.
Yeah, I like that you told me.
That is actually a great expression because it's so true. You know, when you're on the road, you see things, which I just said to your dad what happened on the 400. Someone's playing games with me. When I was younger, I would probably react, but now I'm a little more mature. I just stayed away.
I can argue that,
Yes.
but let's leave it for later. About more mature, we can talk about this. you know. First bike, best decision or biggest mistake?